GDPR, or General Data Protection Regulation, the new law affecting our school and our teaching environment. What is GDPR? It is a new, stricter law enacted in May 2018 by the EU. It replaces the old Data Protection Act, DPA, of 1998. It is a stricter law that newly redefines how EU residents' data must be handled by companies and organizations. Europe has been a leader in data privacy and protection for years. Even back in 1998, they could foresee the need to regulate personal data to keep its citizens safe. And since 1998, so much has changed. In the schools and most other organizations, the quantity of data collected and the complexity of how and where it is stored has changed dramatically. So what exactly does data handling mean? In the new regulation, it is defined as any operation performed on personal data, whether that operation is automated or not. If you collect it, organize it, structure it, store it, retrieve it, or manipulate it in any form, you're handling someone's data. School, and particularly teachers, do all of these things with students' data all the time. Okay, so when we talk about data, what do we mean? Are we talking about any data? Here you could substitute information. So any information about any individual? This information, now officially included in the law, also includes physical medical information, genetic or ethnic information, and all the others we are used to as well in the modern age, like social media and addresses, photos, emails and email addresses, and pretty much any other data you can collect about a person. Teachers are often responsible for a large amount of student data. They store it, share it with other staff when necessary, and of course, compile files of student work, both physical, like written tests, and digital, like photos or videos. So how does this affect the schools? Well, as you can imagine, it has changed dramatically how schools must approach handling family, student, and employee data. They must provide the tools for the staff to be compliant, but also police this compliance. Schools must now employ either a staff member or a third party to act as a data protection officer. They must notify the government if there are any breaches in data within a 72-hour period, and if they do not comply with all of these rules, they are now liable for fines of up to 20 million euro. This has also affected the teachers, but how has it affected the teachers? It affects them on a day-to-day basis. They have been forced to rethink how they manage all student information. This can mean changing their approach to lessons and how they assess and report on each student. In our school, we have had to specifically remove classroom websites and stop shared online educational tools where students can potentially have access to each other's passwords and accounts. It has been a hard transition for some. We try to be as up-to-date with technology as it is age and classroom appropriate. Our teachers have used class websites and apps like Evernote to keep parents up on their child's progress and give the students a platform to share their daily work. This can no longer happen. We are now searching for ways to keep these kinds of programs available by searching for similar tools that can be housed internally and be carefully monitored. We are now looking diligently to screen any digital tool that teachers would like to use in the classroom. We hope to have a continually updated list to provide the teachers. We have seen most modification necessary with how we document the earliest students' progress through the year. Our teachers find that since these students don't usually produce academic-type work, photos are the best way to show the student's educational journey. The teachers can now only use authorized devices to capture and record students' work and lessons. These devices are not allowed to leave the school premises. No more snapping that great picture of your student at a spontaneous moment of learning. In the end, we can talk about all the inconvenience, the amount of time and money it's taking the school and the teachers to analyze and modify their approaches to handling individuals' data. But as we all know, times change, and as educators, we need to constantly examine what and how we teach our students to prepare them for their future. GDPR has not only pushed the teachers to do this, but aligned the entire school towards educating everyone: administrators, teachers, support staff, and students. We now have and are continuing to develop a stronger curriculum to support the whole school, but particularly the students, with their digital identities and helping them to become smart and safe online.